We have breaking news as Treyarch has just dropped a date for when they are going to reveal the first details about DLC 2. This is unprecedented, unexpected, and considering we know zero about what's coming to the main Black Ops 6 game for Season 2, this is a really great sign for us Zombies fans. So we're going to jump into all the details, know exactly when we're going to be getting this DLC 2 teaser or teases, and what we could expect. So jumping over to Treyarch Twitter, as you can see, they tweeted 115 Day arrives this Wednesday, and we've got plenty to share with the Zombies community, including details on our next map. Yes, this soon. This is completely out of the blue, unexpected, and an honest, real delight to see, considering what the state of Black Ops 6 is in with the various other modes of the game, like multiplayer and Warzone. So far this year, Treyarch have been very, very open and honest with the Zombies community, and they've been really vocal in talking to us, the Zombies community, which I think is really, really damn cool to see, really refreshing. And obviously to see that 115 Day this week is going to have some pretty big surprises in store is obviously really, really great news. And can we also focus on the fact that they said the words "yes, this soon" when talking about details for the next map, which implies that this next map could be coming a lot sooner than we all thought. We know that Season 2 drops on January 28th. Could they be implying that this map could be coming in as little as 2 weeks from now? I have no idea. Let me know what you think. Is it Season 2 or is it Season 2 Reloaded, which I think is a definitely more realistic time window, but if they are meaning Season 2, I will happily take it. What? And I'm glad Treyarch have brought this up, because as you see from this tweet over from Detonated that they posted over on the 9th of January, they brought a discussion about 115 Day being really close and sort of speculating if Treyarch are even going to do anything this year for it. And the replies are very mixed, where some people are a little bit optimistic that there could be something coming, a lot of people just not expecting there to be anything at all, considering the state of Call of Duty when it comes to multiplayer and Warzone. But that apparently couldn't be any further from the truth, which is really, really exciting. So DLC 2, what are we likely to see with this announcement here on Wednesday? Well, first and foremost, we're probably going to get the map name. So what do we know about the map so far? Well, we know from the ending of Citadel Day More, this map is going to be set in some sort of excavation site or dig site that takes place in France, which is near Citadel Day More. And obviously there's a lot of implications about that potentially being the revisiting of the Origins dig site, which would be really, really insane if that was the case. But we did get a visual teaser image of the next map in the intel for Citadel Day More, and as we can see, if we look at it, it matches up perfectly to a POI from the upcoming Avalon Warzone map. And if we fly around outside the map of one of the multiplayer maps, you can see the entire Avalon map, and you can see the entire of this POI that matches this teaser image 1-to-1. So we know this is 100% going to be where the Zombies map takes place. Now we have very little to go off apart from that one screenshot, which really was Treyarch's first teaser image of DLC 2. So we're very likely to see that image in its full glory, probably expanded upon on Wednesday. But like I mentioned, it's going to be the announcement for DLC 2, which means we're no longer going to be referring to this map as dig site. We are very likely going to be getting the name of the map, which is really, really exciting. And to make sure you don't miss out on any of the announcements on Wednesday, because we'll be covering it here on the channel the moment it drops, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Let me know in the comments if you're excited about this and what else you expect them to give us apart from the obvious announcement of DLC 2 and probably a screenshot or two. And what we can do is we can actually go and look back at previous years of 115 Days to see what Treyarch have done in the past, see if they can match that level or if they can absolutely blow that out the water and give us an incredible 115 Day surprise drop, unlike anything that we've seen before. With the first real one that we saw was back during Black Ops 4. A few months after the release, they celebrated with a double XP event, which at this point, if we were only to get this, it would be extremely disappointing. But back here, it was mainly a chance for Treyarch to explain exactly what was going on with Black Ops 4 Zombies development going through 2019, and a little bit of a teaser of what was to come content-wise. And I hope and expect that we're going to see that along with just seeing DLC 2 images. They could maybe discuss some ideas and theories that they could have seen from community feedback that they could be working on, maybe some new features for zombies, some new modes for zombies, zombies, just something a little bit more than just the DLC map itself. But what was really unique is that they actually had a Q&A with Jason Blundell over on their Twitter, and people could actually tweet and ask questions to the man himself, Jason Blundell, who was normally the most cryptic, most secretive person ever, who never had any social media presence. And people could ask zombies questions, and they were actually getting replies from Jason in video format, which was absolutely awesome. And to this day, we've never seen Treyarch do this again. And I think especially with the open communicative approach that they've gone through so far this year, starting off, I think this would be amazing to see this sort of thing return, just to see the developers themselves sort of discuss how the game's been going development wise, what they've enjoyed, what they're looking forward to, sort of like community reaction to, you know, Easter egg hunts and finds and all sorts of things like that. Just a little bit more personal side. It's just things that I really like to see. I think you guys do as well. It just really like puts faces to like the content that we enjoy, and it just really like sort of humanizes everything. Kind of unique to see from such a big video game company. Like, you just don't see this sort of thing anymore, especially the communication we saw at the start of the year. I'd love to see that in a bigger way here with this year's 115. Then the following year, 2020, where Black Ops 4 was no longer the current Call of Duty game, they still celebrated 115 Day, which was really awesome. So again, they had the same sort of double XP celebration weekend, which is pretty cool. But then obviously they showed off a ton of the community's creations, which they are doing again this year, which I think is really, really awesome. But if we scroll down a little bit further past all of this amazing community artwork, they teased that there was a uncovered Easter egg in the final Black Ops 4 Zombies map. And they gave us like a little gameplay clip with a teaser audio of that Easter egg, and it ended up being the Don't Freeze Easter egg, which got you to round 200, which was absolutely incredible. And again, Treyarch could do the same thing this time round, where not only do we get to see DLC 2, but they could tease any of the probably dozens of undiscovered Easter eggs that are still yet to be found in the current Black Ops 6 Zombies, potentially like Cold War or any of the older games. I think that'd be really awesome. Like, they never have done this again since, and I think it'd be so cool. But then the most recent substantial 115 Day update from Treyarch was this blog post, which was back in Jan 15th, 2021. 4 years ago, Treyarch went ahead and celebrated by unveiling Firebase Z, which was the first DLC map for Black Ops Cold War. They unveiled the logo. They mentioned that there was a time frame where in less than 3 weeks, Firebase Z would be out, and it included a new wonder weapon, new characters, new enemies, new gameplay mechanics. They also went ahead and sort of gave us a bit of a story synopsis, which I think for a lot of people playing Black Ops 6 Zombies that may not have any idea about the crew of characters that they're playing as, the dedicated crew, all that storyline, all the stuff with, you know, Richtofen. It'd be awesome for them to include a little bit of a backstory here. But when they were doing so, they included new images of the maps, and I would put money on Treyarch doing similar teasers for DLC 2. So I'm hoping we don't just get one dig site image, we get multiple. Also includes the destination, which gave us like a bird's eye view of Firebase Z. But little did we know, this wasn't even all of the map. Like, obviously we had the spawn, then there's a teleporter that took you to another section of the map. You have the satellite here, which kind of thrown us off. So I bet there's going to be some really cool teasers and cryptic clues within the teasers that are going to give us, that are going to paint a bit more of a picture for DLC 2, but not give us too much. And then of course we got the actual image of the map itself with the mimic that was introduced. That was the new enemy 4 years ago. That's crazy. And also they gave us a new perk. Like, they just fully were like, hey, Tombstone Soda's coming back. And with all the different speculation we have right now about what's coming next, Vulture Raid was incredible. But, you know, there's talk of Tombstone, there's talk of Double Tap, there's talk of Death Perception. I think Double Tap's definitely the perk that would get people the most excited. And maybe they're saving that card to play for 115 Day to showcase Double Tap. Would it work? I don't know. I just feel like Treyarch are so reluctant to put Double Tap in the game at this point, because they haven't done it at all for so many years, that it's been so long that I just can't imagine it actually being a thing. So let me know, what perk do you think they could unveil in 2 days time, and what perk would you want it to be? Let me know. They also talked about all of its like unlocks and upgrades as well, new support streaks and intel coming to the other modes, new onslaught map and enemy types, double XP weekend, and then there was a free access week, and then of course celebrating the community as well, which is absolutely awesome that Treyarch go ahead and do that. And yeah, ever since this 115 day, unfortunately, the 115 days have been extremely lackluster. And this was something even I was discussing on Twitter about a week or so ago. So if you don't follow me already, go ahead in the description, follow me on Twitter. But I mentioned that we've had multiple years of lackluster 115 days due to no new round-based zombies content in the current game. So we're talking Vanguard, we're talking no zombies whatsoever. And then we got obviously the open world Modern Warfare zombies, where I don't think we really had much of a celebration there. But now we have new round-based maps coming throughout 2025. I tweeted saying I'm really hoping Treyarch give us a really juicy blog post with a DLC roadmap, discussion of future ideas, and a more open communication approach, or am I being too optimistic? And a lot of people were saying, yeah, you're being way too optimistic, John. But with the patch notes, suddenly that optimism changed, because we did see them being a lot more open with their communication. And so now I think this is a real reality that we're going to be getting a really substantial blog post for DLC 2, and I'm so excited. Just as we wrap up here, I completely forgot that Vanguard zombies actually did get a 115 day post. Like, this was posted a little bit early than 115, but Treyarch were basically explaining a ton of new features that were coming to Vanguard zombies, which was at the time kind of exciting, and we really needed it. I mean, they finally announced that Pack-a-Punch camos were finally coming to the game. I mean, it was a really rough time to be a zombies fan, but if you go a little bit further down, it was interesting that, you know, they were adding dedicated server pause, but then looking ahead, they did tease about what was coming content-wise for Season 2 with the new map that ended up being Terra Maledicta, which was, you know, I mean, it wasn't a great time to be a zombies fan, let's be honest, but it does show that Treyarch were open to talking about looking ahead and really explaining a little bit more about what was coming beyond just the next map itself. Like, they had substantial mentions about actual updates to the fundamental mechanics of the game with dedicated server pause. You know, that could also be a thing that could be coming in Black Ops 6 for co-op play. That's something that we've not seen yet. That would be awesome if that was to be a thing in the future. Set your calendars. Wednesday, the 15th of January, we're gonna get a massive blog post with DLC 2 first details, screenshots, images, probably the logo and name of the new map, and maybe even a date on when it's dropping, because there was a rumor earlier today that Verdansk is not coming till Season 3, which is quite surprising, as many thought it would be during Season 2 to mark 5-year anniversary. So if that's not coming till Season 3, then that means that zombies might actually be getting a new map either at the start of Season 2, which I think is so highly unlikely, but likely Season 2 Reloaded, which I honestly didn't expect. We got a map for Season 1 Reloaded, and then we might be getting a new round-based map for Season 2 Reloaded, which is really a much shorter time frame than I was expecting. I'm sure you guys might have not expected that either, because normally there's a very, very big zombies drought at some point. You know, DLC 1 to DLC 2 is normally a big drought. We had it in Black Ops 3. We also had it in Black Ops 4. And then DLC 2 to DLC 3 for Black Ops 3 was a massive, like, 3-month wait. So maybe Treyarch are really trying to knuckle down on those times in between where zombies is not going to be as stale in between. Then they're going to be pushing out content more frequently, more often, and that gets a massive thumbs up from me. But yeah, very exciting times. Hope you can catch the video on Wednesday. Make sure to subscribe, turn on the notifications, let me know your thoughts on what to expect, and I'll see you for that very, very soon.